If you've cut the bread, counted every calorie, and your belly fat still won't budge, you aren't failing. You're simply fighting your body's internal clock. Today, we're revealing the easiest, science-backed way to reprogram your metabolism. This is the easiest diet in the world to lose weight. 7 tiny habit changes that shift your body from storage mode to burn mode. No complicated plans, no expensive supplements, just biology. Before we dive in, tell me, what time did you eat dinner last night? Put it in the comments. I read them. If this message is hitting home, like the video, and stay with me to the end. I'll give you a simple one-day plan you can start tomorrow. Why timing matters more than you think. Think of your body as a building with clocks in every room. The liver has one, the pancreas another. Even your fat tissue keeps time. These internal clocks tell each organ when to work hard and when to rest. In 2017, scientists won a Nobel Prize for recognizing how vital circadian biology is. Our metabolism is no exception. That means the same sandwich at 8 a.m. and at 10 p.m. will trigger very different responses. Morning is when your metabolic furnace is hottest. Night is when it's more like a candle. Your liver is the doorman. It decides whether incoming nutrients get processed and burned or sent to storage. Your gut's bacteria even change with timing. In a study, researchers transferred gut microbes from jet-lagged humans into rats, and the rats gained weight faster than those that received microbes from people with regular schedules. Timing has real metabolic effects. These are 7 practical tricks based on metabolic science. We will look at the mechanism, the action you can take, and the essential safety notes. Trick 7. Strict mealtime regularity. Mechanism in plain words. When meals arrive at consistent times, your internal clocks synchronize. Your gut, liver, and pancreas learn the routine and time hormones like insulin and enzymes to handle food efficiently. When you eat erratically, weekends that look like vacations, you give your system jet lag, and that can promote fat storage. Action. Pick consistent windows and stick to them 7 days a week. If you eat breakfast around 8 a.m., lunch around 1 p.m., and dinner around 7 p.m., keep those times within a 30 and 60-minute range even on weekends. Consistency is the low-cost backbone of the easiest diet. Trick 6. Morning bright light and darkness at night. Mechanism. Light is the main cue for your circadian system. Bright light in the morning sets the clock to day, which primes metabolism and insulin sensitivity. Light at night confuses the clock and blunts metabolic signals. Action. Get 15 to 30 minutes of bright natural light soon after waking. Open curtains, step outside, or have breakfast by a sunny window. At night, dim lights and reduce screen exposure. Blackout curtains help if you need them. Safety note. If you have a mood disorder or sensitivity to light, check with your clinician about timing or light therapy. Trick 5. A small portion of pistachios before bed for natural melatonin. Mechanism. Melatonin is a hormone that helps regulate sleep and night metabolism. Some foods contain small amounts of melatonin that can support natural night signaling. Pistachios are one of those foods, not a supplement, just food-based melatonin. Action. A small portion of pistachios an hour or 2 before bed can help reinforce the night signal. Keep the portion modest, a small handful, since nuts are calorie-dense. Safety note. Don't use pharmacologic melatonin unless directed by a clinician. If you're allergic to nuts, pregnant, or on medications that affect sleep hormones, consult your provider. Trick 4. Use a trio of spices that support metabolism. Cumin, turmeric, black cumin. Mechanism. Certain spices have mild effects on appetite, inflammation, and cellular pathways. One cellular pathway often mentioned is AMPK, a kind of energy sensor inside cells that encourages burning rather than storing. These spices have been associated with modest benefits in human and animal studies. Action. Make these spices part of your daily cooking. Add cumin to lunch dishes. For example, 1 teaspoon sprinkled into a salad dressing or a rice bowl. Include turmeric regularly for its anti-inflammatory reputation. A pinch or more in soups, eggs, or smoothies. And try black cumin sparingly, about a 1/4 teaspoon, which showed benefits in studies for lipid and glucose profiles. Safety note. Spices are generally safe in culinary amounts, but if you take blood thinners or specific medications, ask your doctor. Don't expect spices to replace medical therapy. Trick 3. Ground flaxseed daily for satiety and caloric displacement. Mechanism. Flaxseed is high in fiber and healthy fats. When ground, it releases components that increase satiety and can reduce how much you eat later. The key is that whole flaxseed passes through the gut intact, so you must grind it to unlock the benefit. Action: 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed a day is a practical dose. Grind whole seeds in a spice grinder or buy pre-ground and store in the fridge to avoid rancidity. Mix into yogurt, oatmeal, or a smoothie. Safety note: flax adds fiber. Increase gradually and drink water. If you have bowel disease or take certain medications, check with your clinician. Trick 2. Apple cider vinegar, ACV, diluted to blunt insulin spikes and reduce visceral fat mechanism. Acetic acid in vinegar can blunt post-meal blood sugar spikes and, in some studies, reduce visceral fat. One study using CT imaging reported reductions in deep belly fat after daily vinegar consumption. It's a small but measurable metabolic nudge. Action: dilute 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in a large glass of water before lunch and dinner, or use it liberally as salad dressing. Never drink it neat. Safety note: vinegar is acidic. Don't take it undiluted. It can damage tooth enamel and irritate the esophagus. If you have GERD, ulcers, or are on medications like insulin or diuretics, consult your clinician before starting daily vinegar. Trick 1. Make breakfast your largest meal and keep dinner light. Mechanism: this is the pillar. The thermic effect of food, the calories your body spends to digest and process meals, is higher in the morning. Insulin sensitivity is typically better earlier in the day, and human trials that redistributed calories to the morning showed markedly greater weight loss and metabolic improvements compared with eating the same calories later. Action: shift most of your calories to breakfast. A concrete example: if you eat 1,400 kcal daily, make breakfast your largest plate. For instance, eggs with vegetables and oats plus ground flaxseed. A satisfying protein-rich start. Have a moderate lunch and finish with a light dinner at least 3 hours before bedtime. One human trial with equal calories reported much larger weight loss in the morning eating group than in the evening eating group, nearly 3 times the total weight lost, and better triglyceride results. Safety note: don't skip meals if you're on blood sugar. Lowering medicine without medical supervision. If you have specific medical conditions, check with your clinician before major timing changes. Quick mechanisms refresher: AMPK and thermic effect. In one sentence each. AMPK is a cellular energy sensor that tells your body to burn rather than store. The thermic effect of food is the energy your body uses to digest and process what you eat, and it's higher earlier in the day. Together, these explain why timing shifts can produce outsized metabolic effects compared with simply counting calories. A practical one-day plan to start tomorrow. Here's a clear, easy template you can follow. Wake up, get 15 to 30 minutes of natural light. Breakfast, around 8 a.m. Largest meal: eggs or Greek yogurt, whole grain oats, vegetables, a tablespoon of olive oil or avocado, and 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed mixed in. Add spices like turmeric or cumin to flavor. Lunch, around 1 p.m. Moderate meal: lean protein, vegetables, a small serving of whole grains. Dress with apple cider vinegar diluted in a glass of water or in your salad dressing. Snacks: if needed, choose protein or a small portion of nuts. Don't graze late. Dinner, by 7 p.m. or at least 3 hours before bed. Light: a salad with a modest serving of fish or chicken, plenty of vegetables, and ACV-based dressing. Finish eating early. Before bed, a small handful of pistachios if you want a snack to support natural melatonin. Quick recap: your 7-step war strategy. 7. Be regular. Same meal times daily. 6. Bright morning light, dark nights. 5. Small pistachios before bed for natural melatonin. 4. Cumin, turmeric, black cumin added to your meals. 3. 2 tablespoons ground flaxseed daily. 2. Apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon diluted in water before meals or on salads. 1. Biggest meal at breakfast, smallest at dinner. Safety, caveats, and who should check with their clinician. These are low-cost, low-complexity strategies, but they aren't one-size-fits-all medical care. Don't start daily vinegar if you have reflux, ulcers, or take medications that affect potassium or blood sugar without talking to your clinician. If you're diabetic and on glucose-lowering drugs, changing meal timing can affect medication needs. Consult your provider. Pregnant or breastfeeding? Check first. Allergic to nuts? Skip pistachios. Grind flaxseed fresh and keep it refrigerated. What this is not: a miracle cure or a guarantee. Calling this the easiest diet is deliberate. It's easy because it relies on timing and small habit changes rather than complicated rules or expensive products. These steps don't promise guaranteed weight loss for every person. What they do is stack the metabolic odds in your favor, improving insulin sensitivity, increasing the thermic effect of food, nudging AMPK, and calming the metabolic chaos that comes from erratic schedules. A final nudge of motivation. If you've tried strict diets and felt burned out, give timing a fair shot. These changes are inexpensive and sustainable. Set your meal times, flip your calorie distribution so breakfast is king. Add 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed. Dilute a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in water before meals. Season with cumin and turmeric. Get morning light and try a few pistachios before bed. Small, consistent shifts add up. If you are ready to stop fighting your biology, these 7 shifts are your starting point. The science is clear. Timing is everything. To take this to the next level, watch our next video on the perfect anti-inflammatory breakfast to see exactly what to eat to keep this momentum going. Don't forget to like and subscribe to master your metabolism. Make tomorrow morning your metabolic advantage. Thanks for watching. Make tomorrow morning your metabolic advantage.